Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. So let's take a look at the last video from yesterday where I gave you new price targets, and let's see what actually happened. Okay, and then we can take a look at the latest ADA TA. But let's take a look. Let's say this is the wave 1 of the wave 3 already here in purple. Then we can already calculate where the wave 2 will go with the highest likelihood. Bear in mind, these are really the micro moves. I mean, we're really doing some micro counting here. But I'll do this at the moment because it is really crucial, because we're at, in my opinion, the final stages of this overall correction for Bitcoin, for other cryptos. So usually, yeah, if we are talking here about a wave 2, yeah, and if we're talking about a zigzag pattern, which is probably the most likely one, then we would expect this to retrace into the region between the 38.2% Fib level and the 61.8. Yeah, we need to see how this is unfolding. Is it a zigzag? Is it a flat pattern? A flat pattern retraces usually more, yeah, in a wave B. So we need to see, but in a wave 2. This depends, you know, if we really say it's sort of, it's just, you can, so, you know, just move forward a little bit to show you the price targets that I did identify and gave you now, and we're going to see if this is going to work out. So you can see the target area that I identified between the 57.2 cent level and the 59.1 cent level. And let's see where we actually landed. And yes, we already touched this target area once. Yeah, this was based on the Fibonacci retracement levels for this possibility of this being already a wave 1. So just to show you again the Fib levels and show you again the possible wave count that is still unfolding here, because again, like the other targets here, it has perfectly now hit the target area, which gives me a lot of confidence in this wave count, because it just means that with a high probability we are also going to catch the next swings. So let's take a look here. If this is the wave 2, which might have peaked already, then we already hit here the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Now, 50% Fib level for a wave 2, absolutely acceptable. Usually more than 70% of waves go to at least the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Now, what is very likely though is also the 61.8% Fib level here at 58 cents and the 78.6% Fib level at 59 cents. So might not be finished yet, especially as the wave 2. So I would expect actually a little bit higher, because the wave 2 in itself at the moment would be very small if that was just one move up. In addition to that, it is very hard at the moment to count an ABC. So a wave 2 would normally consist of an A, B, C. So from that point of view, we would expect actually the wave C to go a little bit higher, maybe even to 59.1 cents. Why? Because first of all, the wave C would normally be at least usually the same length of the wave A, normally the 1.618 multiple. So to calculate the 1.618 multiple, we can take the Fibonacci extension tool. Now that would even take us to 60.5 cents. That would be a bit too high. But if we calculate the 100% multiple, then 58.2 cents, yeah, that would be around the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. So this is pretty much where it should land ideally, that wave C. Technically, now the wave 2 could be finished because we reached here the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, but I think it would just be a bit too short, and we cannot really count yet a 3-wave move. Let's see. So primary expectation would be, so as we reach the target area already, I mean, my expectations are fulfilled for this wave, but because of the length of the wave at the moment, and the way we are coming up here once more, yeah, the strength of that move, that would actually suggest we are currently in a wave C of a wave 2 that would, yeah, possibly land at the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. Now, if we do this, yeah, as indicated here in a wave 2 and will then peak, again, the wave 2 could have peaked here already, don't primarily believe it. If that has peaked, we are already in the wave 3 down, we'll then make a 4 up and the wave 5 down to finish the overall, it would be here that wave 3 in purple we would finish off down here. So after which you would get another wave 4 of the higher degree, a wave 5 down, and that would finish everything off, the entire correction. But I don't think the wave 2 is finished yet. I think that will land somewhere here, but for now doesn't matter too much. Let's assume, just for calculation purposes, let's assume the wave 2 is already done. Then we can calculate the price target for that wave 3. We just try to do that for that wave 3 here in white, and that should take us to 46 and a half cents, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level as a minimum. Yeah, so this is what we would expect in the wave 3 now. If the wave 2 peaked here already, if the wave 2 goes a little bit higher, it changes it. It will change the Fibonacci target levels here a little bit. As you can see, if I draw it up and on down, it will affect in a, a very small way the Fibonacci targets as well. But this would be the target for the next wave 3 here in white. Then we'll get a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. And then we're going to talk about when that wave 5 is finished. Then what we will have finished is the wave 3 in purple here and the wave 4 up and the wave 5 down. And that will then be the last leg down to finish off the overall correction for ADA. Currently think this will land in the low 30s. This is currently what I see, yeah, all the way down to maybe 29 cents. And this is currently how it's developing, yeah, how it's unfolding. If we look at the chart itself, you can see here this descending trend line. So it, as I said in the last video, it makes sense for the price to be contained below this sort of trend line here. If we really move higher here, it could just be a quick fake out, maybe to that 58 cent level that I showed you, the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. If we move higher, resistance will certainly be here, that peak at 60.5 cents. If we move above that, unfortunately, the impulse down would be invalidated. So I'm currently not looking at that. I'm not looking forward to that either. Bear in mind, we are here in some kind of a channel, yeah, in a descending trend line. And actually, you might call this a descending triangle with a horizontal support and a descending trend line. Descending triangle would suggest also with a higher likelihood that we're actually going to move down from here. Let's see if that is going to play out. So expectation reached here. We can now turn around to the downside at any point. We could even overshoot the yellow target area here a little bit and then turn down. But if we move much higher, this scenario would be invalidated and we would then unfortunately need to look again at something else. But for now, I think this works out because I see here that Cardano finished an ABC correction in a higher level wave 4. So an A to the upside, a B to the downside, a wave C to the upside. And since then, I've been looking at this impulsive move down, which is currently unfolding. And for now, it works. Yeah, for now it works. But what needs to happen for that is somewhere around this yellow target area, we need to move down. And what you will know, if we don't finish this off like it, and if we move above 60.5 cents, then we really need to rethink this. And then we need to entertain the idea that this is not an impulse down, that the wave that we get once more higher here in this wave 4, even though this would then be a very lengthy correction. And above 75 cents, I think we can start to entertain the idea that the low for ADA is already in. Yeah, that probability exists. So anybody who's not buying now in these prices, and the yellow target area was always buying area, anyone who didn't buy here and wants to chase the lowest point, be aware that you might not see it, because there is always a low probability that the low is already in. Even though I don't like the structure, it looks very, very corrective here. A, B, C, absolutely. 3-wave like, and it only makes sense to expect a 5-wave move down, which would mean that we make a lower low compared to the low of the 12th of May. But the probability always exists, and this yellow target area that you can see here has been the target area for a very long time, and that has been the target area for this higher level wave correction on the daily chart. And now obviously we go to the hourly to be a bit more specific, but here on the daily chart, anywhere in there, that was the potential turnaround area. Now we're currently slightly above that area, but I think still highest likelihood is to see one more lower low before we can finish the overall correction off. But the low probability, of course, exists that the low is already in. Now, this is, everybody needs to decide this for themselves. Yeah, also considering the Vasil hard fork that is coming up. By the way, we are going to discuss this topic in the member live stream tomorrow, Vasil hard fork and Ethereum merge. Yeah, very important topics that the community voted for. So if you're interested in joining that, check out if you are interested in the channel membership. But yeah, from here, next expectation would definitely to break then, maybe after a little bit more upside here in this yellow target area, to go down, to break here back into the target area itself in this larger one, yeah, below the 78.6% fib level, below 47 cents. That is what we need to break below. And then we can also address the next swing low here at 44.5 cents. And then I think it's confirmed that we will also make a lower low compared to the 12th of May low. Okay, that is my view about ADA. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership and maybe even the trading course I'm currently offering on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.